here you have to cross biggest object and you have to circle the smallest object. What? You have to cross the biggest and you have to circle the smallest object. Okay, now look at here. As you can see, I have drawn some pictures here. Right? Yes. So in the first row, I have drawn some balls. Okay? But what you can see here? What you can see? These balls are same. No, their sizes are different, right? Yes. Means, look at this ball. This ball is small, right? Than this ball. Look at this ball. This ball is more big than this. Okay? So something is more big, then we call it as bigger, right? We have already learned it. What? When something is more big, then we call it as bigger. So this ball is bigger than this. Okay? Now look at the last ball. This ball is also big. So what is the difference between these two balls? Do you know? If we compare this ball to others, then what we can see? This last ball is much more big than rest, right? Yes. So what we have learned? When something is much more big than rest, then we call it as biggest, right? Yes. So this ball is biggest ball. And which ball is smallest ball? Which is smallest ball? Tell me fast. Very good. This ball is smallest ball. And this ball is biggest ball. Right? Yes, we have already learned this concept. Now, here you have to cross the biggest ball. Now tell me, which is the biggest ball? Very good. This is biggest ball. So you have to cross. Okay? And which is the smallest ball? This is smallest ball. So you have to circle this ball. Okay? Now next, look at the second row. Here also I have drawn some gift boxes, right? Yes. Now look at this box. This is biggest box? No, so I guess this ball is small than this, right? Look at this box. This box is more big than first box, right? So something is more big, then we call it as bigger. So this box is bigger than first box. Okay? Now look at the last box. What do you think about it? This box is also big, right? But what is the difference between these three boxes? Their sizes are different, right? Yes. If we compare this box than other two, then what we can see? We can see this box is much more big than others. What we can see? This last box is much more big than others. So something is much more big than rest, then we call it as biggest, right? So which is biggest box? This is biggest box, right? So you have to put here cross. And which is the smallest? Which is the smallest box? This is smallest box, right? So we have to circle it like this, right? Yes, so this is bigger tree. And this tree is much more big than rest. So this tree is biggest tree, right? Yes. So you have to put here cross and you have to circle this tree. Okay, so this is smallest tree, this is biggest tree. This is smallest ball, this is biggest ball. Then this is smallest box and this is biggest box. Right? Yes, so students, like this you have to learn about biggest and smallest. Okay, now I am going to show you your math textbook. Now student, look at here. This is your math textbook, okay? Mark biggest and smallest objects. Given below are sets of objects in 3 different sizes. Cross the biggest object and circle the smallest object in each row. Okay? Yes, as you can see, some pictures are here, right? Yes. Now look at the first row. Now you have already learned about biggest and smallest. Okay? Now look at here and tell me which is the smallest ball. Which is the smallest ball? Yes, this ball is small than other two. Right? So this is smallest ball. So we have to circle it. Okay? And which is the biggest ball? Which is the biggest ball? Yes, this ball is much more big than rest. So you have to cross it like this, okay? Then next, look at here. Some teddies are here, right? Yes. Now tell me which is the smallest teddy? Yes, this teddy is so small than other two, right? So this is smallest teddy bear. So you have to circle it. And which is the biggest teddy? Yes, this is the biggest than the rest. So you have to cross it. Next, in the third row, there are some pumpkins, right? But the sizes of these pumpkins are different. So tell me now, which is the smallest pumpkin? Very good. This pumpkin is so small than other two, right? So this is smallest pumpkin. So you have to circle it like this. And which is the biggest pumpkin? Yes, as you can see, this pumpkin is much more big than rest, right? So something is much more big than rest, then we call it as biggest. So you have to cross it like this. Okay? So students, like this you have to do your work properly. So till that time, bye-bye. Thank you.